What's up, guys? Welcome to Nick's Vlogcast channel. Today I want to talk to you about considering living outside of the United States. And I want to get people thinking about this because there are many people that are on average incomes or maybe you have a good savings, and in the United States, you are going to be struggling or on a tight budget, or maybe you're doing okay, but maybe you are not doing as well as you would like to be doing and having some of the financial freedoms that you could have if you were in another country. So I just got back from Brazil and I was there for a few weeks, and it was my third time there. And one of the biggest things, which I already knew going into it from the first time that I went, one of the first things that I noticed when I was there was, holy shit, the dollar goes so far here. And the more and more that I learned and got to realize what people's wages are there, and even using apps like Uber, it started to blow my mind. I'll give you one example real quick. Uber, an hour-long Uber ride in Brazil might cost you like $17 or $18. And because they adjust for what wages would be. So even some of your American things like Starbucks and Uber, when you go down there, it blows your mind how cheap it is. And anyway, it really got me thinking about why more people don't retire down there, or why more people don't live down there. Me personally, I don't want to retire. I don't want to wait till I'm retired to go somewhere like that. Because by that time, maybe you're not as able to have fun with women, if you know what I'm talking about. By that age, maybe you're not able to. I'm very much into fitness. I like to exercise. I like to have fun, play football, soccer, whatever. And I would like to be in a country in the shape that I'm in right now to be able to, enjoy myself. Not that you don't enjoy yourself if you're older, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, when I was there, I keep thinking, wow, let me figure out what rents are. So I start figuring out what rents are. And this last time I was just in Rio de Janeiro, and one area, Copacabana, is one of the most popular areas there. And to them, it's expensive. It's like, living in one of the nicer areas of their city, And what I found out was that there are 2-bedroom apartments there for 1,800 reais. That's not right on the ocean, but it's a few blocks back. So we're talking like, an average range apartment there. 1,800 reais. Guys, that's like $450, $500 a month. And that's for a 2-bedroom, right? So, and then after that, your bills or whatever, electricity, basically you can live in a nice part of town, and what you got to hit to cover your apartment and your utilities and your cable is going to be about $650, $700, depending on how nice you want to go with your apartment. But that's great. And then after that, like, you can be walking around and see say, I'm going to get some lunch, right? Wow, I see a big ass sandwich and it's $3 to you. Like, your ability to save money after you've forked over that big expense is unbelievable. It's really something else. And, even if you have, say you have a decent job here making 60 grand, 70 grand a year, and but you can make 45 grand a year or 50 grand a year online. Look, guys, hopefully you shoot for better than that. I'm just saying, I'm trying to speak to the common average person, right? But say you can make 40 grand a year online or doing something else, but you're in a country like that, you would save more money because your saving ability being there making 40 grand a year than you would living here making 60 grand a year. It's that big of a difference. It's crazy. I was there 2 weeks and I brought 2 grand and I exchanged it, and I was trying. I was when I was meeting girls and taking them out to eat, I was saying, please, look, I want to go somewhere nice. I want to take you somewhere special. pick a nice restaurant, please. Don't worry about the cost. Pick the nicest place. I want to treat you. And yeah, fucking $30, 25, $30 for two people. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, with all that said, your stress level living in a place like that, when the mark that you have to make is $650, $700 to cover all of your main expenses, and then after that it's like it's funny. It's like a joke, and I'm talking about Brazil, guys. I want to there's countries like the Philippines and Thailand and other countries that are way crazier. Now, I gotta say, Brazil is not a third world country. Brazil is like a pretty developed country. Like, the city's nice. There's cops and military police on the corners, and there's a lot of shit that you hear about Brazil. Oh, so dangerous. I had even Brazilians tell me that I'm friends with here, Be careful, Nick. Be careful. I hear you. Don't wander off into the favela and don't be stupid, But for the most part, when you walk around, I took videos. I was walking around with my phone in the middle of the day in Copacabana. Nothing happened. And I never felt like something was going to happen. And it was clean. Beautiful restaurants. Nice people. Go to a nice restaurant. Good service. And the apartment buildings, security, and good apartments, washer, dryer in there, all that stuff, good utilities. So Brazil's it's a nice country, and I'll speak specifically to Rio because that's where I'm just coming from. Amazing. The quality of life I rented an apartment for the first week. That apartment was up to par, if not nicer than apartments that I've had here in the States. Oh, and it costs less. And I just happen to be a block from the fucking beach. And when I walk outside, there's gyms everywhere and there's restaurants everywhere. You don't need a car. And if you did want to go over the next town over, it costs you jack shit because Uber costs nothing there. And when I walk around, there is beautiful Brazilian women everywhere. Brazil has the most beautiful women in the world. And I say that too because, if you like lighter skinned women or, European, they have that there. If you like black women, they have that there. If you like a mix of this or that, Brazil is it really is a mix of everything. But they all have a similar something tying them into being like a Brazilian woman, but they have, it's hard to describe. It's some of the most exotic, most beautiful women in the world. And not only are they beautiful, but they are humble. And I'm speaking generally, of course. So I hate those people that are like, nah, I met one that's bad. I'm generally speaking. They are beautiful and they are humble. And a lot of them are more traditional than Americans too. American women too, because they will, they were raised a little bit differently. They don't want to be like men. Like a lot of American women here want to be men. They act like men. They want to eliminate gender and like there's no difference or whatever. But anyway, yeah. So, beautiful people, beautiful women that, treat you very well and are very pleasant to be around. And, the whole culture. It's like I said, it's very humble. It's a very humble place. I like that, me personally. I've been to Europe, and it's a lot of times you find yourself with a similar dynamic that you do in the United States. I personally, I'm about money because I want to be comfortable, not because I want to flex on people and showboat. Like I pay attention to finances because I want to be comfortable and be able to have freedom to do things that I want to do. And in a country like that, I have much more freedom. And I could do much more. And I could take, I can go there with, realistically $1,000 if I wanted to and live nice and, meet people and be able to treat girls to dinner and what have you and be another thing health-wise. My God, we are not very healthy in the United States. I lost like 10 pounds when I was there because I would wake up, I'd exercise, and then the rest of the day I'd be walking around. You could say, well, yeah, because you're on vacation. But again, just think about it. If you got something that you can do remotely and live in another country, you have an opportunity to, put in a few hours of work and then stay active and walk around. What are you going to do? You're going to go to the beach. You're going to meet people and walk different places. You're going to walk to the supermarket. You're going to be much healthier than you normally would in the United States. People in the United States that we live in the fucking northern climate are inside all day long. I can't stand it. I don't like skiing because I don't like freezing my ass off on a chairlift. It's really not, I don't think it's healthy. I really don't think it's good for you to be inside all day and then get home and then sit inside and then maybe go to a friend's house and sit inside and maybe meet at a restaurant and sit at the restaurant. Like, it's just not, to me, I don't like it. I don't want to accept that. I'm not trying to accept that I'm going to live in fucking 10-degree weather where everything's frozen, all the leaves are dead, and we just hibernate basically for months of the year. So again, guys, think about it. And please comment. I want to hear if you guys have experienced a similar thing in other countries with the difference of the culture of people, women. I want to hear about the financial differences too. Like I said, I can tell you all day about Brazil, but I want to hear about some other guys if you've been to other countries, and also what countries you want to know more about, because I will be taking more and more trips coming up. And really trying to experience it and before I make a big move, because believe me, I am going to make a big move to one of these countries and settle down and get a home base in one of these countries. I want some ideas. What are some places that you guys want to see? But yeah, please. Just think outside the box. As Americans, we're so scared all the time. Like, we hear shit like, nah, and our way is the only way. And, I love this country, and I like what we're all about, what we're founded on. But there's many things that I don't like about this country, too, that I can say in terms of the daily life stress level. If you're rich in America, yeah, it's better. But if you are on an average income and are an American or fortunate enough to be born in America, and have an American bank account and social security number and are able to make dollars, you have no idea how fucking far that goes in other countries. I've heard in the Philippines, you can get a massage for like $3 to $5 an hour. That's just what I'm trying to tell you. Now, like I said, Brazil's not a third world country, so it's not quite like that, but, it's enough where you really notice a big difference. And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Stress level, everything. You guys, you gotta go. You gotta get a trip ready. Just get out of this. Break out of this shit. For real. We're stuck in this rat race all the time. Same shit. This is what we do. We're told to this is just what you do. The world is so big. You gotta explore. You gotta figure it out. And don't. And again, especially speaking on women, don't accept. If you're frustrated with the girls you're meeting or dating in the United States, don't accept that shit. The world, like I said, the way their different cultures are, you'll be blown away. You'll be absolutely blown away. I was just blown away. Like, the first 2 times I went to Brazil, I had a girlfriend, a Brazilian girl. But this last time, I really met a lot of women, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I've never been treated like this in my life. I have another video where I address that, dating in Brazil versus in America. Watch it, and I tell you more about it. But it'll just shock you. And, yeah, all I can say is go. Think about it. let's do it. But please subscribe to my channel and leave comments. I want to build a network. I want to get to know other people that are like-minded. I want to hear what people have to say, ideas. I will listen to your ideas, and I will put effort into, answering any questions as well. So I look forward to, feedback and more subscribers.